The Supreme Court just delivered a ruling that will echo through American history for generations, and the irony is almost poetic. The former president who reshaped the nation's highest court through his own appointments is now being constrained by its judgment. This isn't just another legal decision. This is the moment the Supreme Court declared that no president, past or present, stands above the law. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and smash the like. This is breaking news you need to understand. The case asked one fundamental question about presidential immunity. Can a former president claim absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for acts committed while in office? The Supreme Court's answer was historic and unambiguous. No. The ruling dismantles the concept of an imperial presidency and strikes at the heart of unchecked executive power. Here's what the defense argued. Unless a president is impeached and convicted by Congress, he remains immune from criminal prosecution for official acts. Essentially, their presidential immunity claims suggested that holding office confers lifetime legal protection. The Supreme Court rejected that theory outright, affirming that criminal liability applies to every citizen, including former presidents. This Supreme Court presidential immunity ruling delivers two decisive blows. First, it denies absolute criminal immunity for presidents, confirming for the first time in American history that a former president can face criminal prosecution for acts taken while in office. The presidency is not a law-free zone. Second, the justices returned the case to lower courts to determine which alleged acts fall within official duties and which do not. Prosecution is now the default path. The defense must now prove line by line that each act, including alleged conspiracies or obstruction efforts, falls within the lawful scope of presidential authority. Legal analysts describe this Supreme Court immunity decision as more significant than the 1974 United States v. Nixon ruling. That case forced a sitting president to comply with the law. This Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity goes further, addressing criminal liability itself and resolving a constitutional question left open since the nation's founding. Chief Justice Roberts, writing for the majority, warned that granting full presidential immunity would place the president beyond the reach of the Constitution, undermining checks and balances. His message about executive power limits was unequivocal. Absolute power would destroy the republic the Constitution was designed to protect. The Supreme Court decision on immunity also destroys the defense's central strategy of delay. With presidential immunity stripped away, the case now turns to facts. Each allegation faces direct scrutiny, and the defense must publicly justify how such actions could be considered official presidential duties. Justice Sotomayor's dissenting opinion cautioned that even limited immunity recognized by the majority could create accountability gaps. Still, the prevailing Supreme Court judgment stands as a sweeping reaffirmation that no leader is beyond the law's reach. The implications of this presidential immunity case are profound. The Supreme Court immunity ruling reasserts judicial independence, compels Congress to reconsider executive power boundaries, and sends a powerful message to democracies worldwide. Constitutional governance, not personality, defines a republic's strength. Tonight, the United States stands at a constitutional crossroads. The Supreme Court has spoken with principle, reaffirming that presidential power, however great, remains answerable to the Constitution. This landmark Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity will be studied for generations as the moment America chose accountability over immunity. Subscribe now to stay updated on how this Supreme Court ruling reshapes American democracy.